Okay, so I'm gonna start off. I know I really haven't posted anything, especially video, in a really long time on my Tumblr. I've not posted anything on my YouTube. So I'm gonna start off by saying I am actually in what should be the last semester of my master's degree. I went straight into it after my bachelor's degree. So I do have a college degree, but I went straight into my master's for a lot of reasons. The big one for me was I couldn't afford what I've gone into at the time. An internship would have been unpaid, and it would have been someplace like New York or Chicago. And I live in a small town in Western Kentucky, so I couldn't afford to just take off for a summer or a semester of school for an unpaid internship. I had to have some kind of income coming in, or I had to be at home where I could, feasibly live within my means. So that's why I went into my master's to begin with. It's taken longer than a lot of people thought it should have, but for me, it's been I couldn't handle having more than a couple of classes a semester. So it was hard for me to, accept it's going to take me longer. But once I did, it was kind of like, okay, it's not a big deal. Calm down, just take what you can handle, just deal with it as it comes. Well, in the last year, by the way, if you hear funny noises, I have a dog who's kennel trained, so he's in the kennel. So you hear a whining dog, he's, like 5 feet away from me. I also have a cat that may, I don't know, come in and out of the picture. So if you see a little black tail or something like that, it's my cat. In the last year, not quite year, it's in June of last year, someone very close to me passed away. And, on one level, we'd kind of seen it coming. He had been very, very sick for a long time. But I guess because he'd been so sick for so long, we didn't. I mean, it was kind of like, okay, he's gonna outlive us all. Like, he's just so stubborn. He's gonna be here, and it was just kind of, I'm probably gonna get choked up. It was kind of hard when it happened. He went into the hospital, and he had been dealing with COPD and some things like that from lung cancer that he had survived for close to 20 years. Maybe more than that. I'm not really entirely sure because I was so young when he was diagnosed. But he had gone into the hospital with pneumonia, and he actually got out. Although we're not, looking back, it's like, okay, should he have been sent home? But he was determined to go home, so he got sent home, and then within a few hours, he was actually back in the hospital in the ICU. And, I got a call from my dad. My parents are divorced. I got a call from my dad. I got a call from my mom. They're like, are you going? Are you going? I'm like, yes, I'm going. But, I and everybody's like, well, you're not going to work, are you? Like, I mean, he would have my head on the platter if he knew that I wasn't going to go to work. So I went in, went to see him. He was, I wouldn't really say he was unconscious. He seemed to be aware of certain words and phrases and things like that. But they had him under, his heart rate was very low. His pulse was very low. And so I was there for about an hour. And right before I left, I gave him a hug and I said, okay, I'm going to work. I know you'd want me to go to work. I'm going to work. I love you. I'm leaving. And apparently I didn't even get out to the parking lot when he passed away. My dad came into work about 20 minutes after I got there and was on the clock, and he pulled me aside, and pretty much everybody, because he was a regular where I work. I work in a restaurant right now, so everybody knew my family. I grew up eating there, so everybody kind of knew. And my dad walked in, and everybody was kind of going, okay, it's probably not good. Like, she's probably gonna leave. But I stayed. Kind of toughed it out. But it's been a hard several months. I won't lie. Every now and then I kind of think, oh, I wish I could tell him that, and it kind of hits me like, yeah, I can't. Um, he's gone. He was always at my soccer games. I grew up playing soccer. He was one of the main reasons I played soccer. Got into it. He was pretty much the driving force behind. He bought my cleats, stuff like that. My dad would drive me to, club tournaments and stuff like that. And I apologize, I'm hoarse. My voice is starting to run out a little bit. But my dad would kind of drive me around to the really far games. But anything that was, local, my granddad was always there. So that's been kind of tough. And moving kind of along with that, my t-shirt, as you can see, it's actually from our local half marathon that was supposed to be yesterday. Yeah, that didn't happen. They actually canceled it because of lightning. The National Weather Service was saying that it was going to storm all day. It didn't, needless to say, but they ended up canceling it. We haven't heard for sure yet what the next move is, but tomorrow is actually would have been my granddad's birthday. So I was hoping to have been able to run it yesterday. It would have been my second half marathon, second time I've run this one. Because it's local, it's fairly cheap to get into. All that good kind of stuff, which is important when you live in a small town. I know, it sounds crazy, but I was hoping to be able to run it kind of for him. But since they canceled it, and we don't really know, it's been a tough weekend. That's part of why I'm uploading a video. It's been tough. I went on and ran yesterday. I went to the gym today, but I haven't gotten done half of what I'm supposed to be getting done for my comprehensive project for my master's. But at the same time, like, it's stressing me out, but I'm kind of going, okay, is it really going to be worth it? So I'm going to try to get it done. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Like, that's just what it's going to have to be. I've kind of accepted that now in the last couple of weeks. If it works out, great, cool, I get my master's. If not, all I lack is this big comprehensive research project that has changed several times since I've been actually enrolled in the program. So, and I'm kind of looking at a list of things that I was going to talk about. So, okay. So the last thing that I was really going to talk about, and this isn't going to be nearly as long as I thought, probably because my voice is starting to run out, but a nutrition thing. I actually started in the early fall. I started on, and I don't know who's heard of it. I know there's been a lot of mixed reviews about it, but I started trying some of the Isagenix products, and I was having kind of mixed results with some of the products. So I actually went to their performance line, which is more geared toward athletes, and I've actually had a lot of success with that so far. I don't crave things. I'm not. At one point, in the fall and over the summer, after my granddad passed, I was actually drinking a lot more alcohol than I would like to admit. I was going through a lot more of that. And it wasn't even that I was drinking excessively, it was just that I was drinking more often than I would have liked. But I haven't been really dependent on anything since I started this, so that has helped. I don't crave junk food and sweets and stuff like that. So it has definitely had a positive impact. So like I said, it's had some mixed reviews and stuff like that, but what I've used and have been using consistently over the past 4 or 5 months, it's been pretty good for me. I don't feel like I need to be leaning toward, unhealthy food or unhealthy habits anymore. I'm sleeping better. Even with the stress, I'm actually doing a lot better. My weight is stabilized. I'm not gaining or losing. It's not, bouncing all over the place, which is good. It's actually helping a lot. So I kind of have that to fall back on, nutrition wise. It's gotten a lot easier. I was going through some stuff with work where I was like constantly nibbling on things that maybe weren't the best for me to nibble on, and I've kind of gotten away from that. So now I'll turn to like apples and fruit like I was doing 3 or 4 years ago when I was running a lot. And I'm going to post this on my Tumblr, so anybody who's been following me on Tumblr, you guys will kind of follow that. Like, I've not really posted as much progress over the past couple of years, but now you kind of see why things have gotten pretty tough. And I hadn't really wanted to talk about it, and I'm not really going to go into a lot of specifics just because I'm not a really open person like that. But if people ask, I will give a little bit more specific. But I guess that's kind of it for now for my video, and just to kind of throw some things out there and let you guys know why I haven't been posting as much, why I haven't really been kind of with it, I guess, if you will. My Twitter has been a little bit more, I don't know if anybody on my Tumblr follows me on Twitter. It's out there. I know I changed my Twitter handle. If you want it, I'll give it to you. Of course, my local basketball team, my college team, we had a really good year this year, so I kind of exploded Twitter since January. Some really good things have been going on for our basketball team, but yeah, like I said, I guess that's it for now. I guess I'll keep you guys updated if anybody actually watches this and is interested. But bye for now. I hope you guys actually, paid attention, maybe watched the whole thing. I don't know. If you can understand me, I'll clarify some things. I know my accent and my sore throat may kind of make it hard to understand, but